Okay, you ready to go? Excellent. Welcome, everyone. Appreciate you sticking around for the last session of the program. I want to welcome you to the fourth annual Netcetera Digital Wallet Innovation Awards. And it's been really super to be here this week and to present these awards today. My name is Stuart Watterson. I am a strategic analyst with Netcetera. And I really wanted to start out with thanking Marla and Shiloh for hosting us and really helping us out putting this together. This is not my usual gig, so I appreciate it. The field of submitted applications, which there were quite a few people who had submitted applications for this award earlier this year, was very competitive and really unique. We learned a lot. And it was really kind of almost like a, fact-finding, learning opportunity for us as we went through the various entries. The winners are truly the best of the best. Like I said, we went through them thoroughly and categorized them and came up with our four winners today. The wallet concept has been evolving. It started out, in my mind, pretty clear and tangible. So you think of Apple Pay, right? It's the first thing we really start calling a digital wallet, digital mobile payment wallet. And, it was a pretty good kind of one-to-one comparison to a physical wallet. You keep cards in there and passes and things of value. And that was our starting point. But since then, it's really evolved, and it suits now the term digital wallet suits a lot of different purposes and can be used for a lot of different things. And like I said, some of it would surprise you. I have a buddy at Meta Payments, and I understand that they're, for the metaverse, they're working on a virtual backpack. I guess that's, it's bigger than a wallet. Someplace to put your NFTs, literally. So a virtual backpack for your virtual stuff on your virtual back. I guess, I would assume. I don't know where else you'd put it. So the concept's evolving, and we'll evolve along with it. I think we're going to put out an infographic that maybe breaks out various types of wallets. I haven't seen a really good one yet. But the winners today are taking some very unique approaches to existing problems and issues for consumers and businesses and their customers. And they keep getting better at it. Okay, so I'm going to... That's me. Okay, so we had four categories that we judged the entries within. They are customer experience, product design, value-added services, and market adoption. So each one fit into one of those categories. So, with no further ado, I would like to move on to our first category, which is customer experience. Here we go. And the winner is of the 2022 Mobile Impact Awards goes to the winner, GoKart. Accepting the award and representing GoKart is Ashley DePapas, co-founder and general manager. Come on up, Ashley.
Password? Girl, I don't remember any passwords.
You should already know my zip code.
Honey, what's my maternal grandmother's maiden name?
Girls, it says I'm missing something somewhere.
Maybe it's in my spam folder. How do you check your spam folder?
What's my favorite marine mammal?
3-5. It's no. 3-5.
Select all the images of chimneys.
What's my pet's name? I don't have a pet.
Now it wants a password.
I can't find it.
You should already have my credit card number.
2? It says I'm missing one. What am I missing?
How do you spell that?
738. No! I am not a robot!
I already have an account!
Credit card denied.
Clive, will you just shut it?
Wait!
I resonate with every single one of those people on that ad. Nice to meet everyone. I'm Ashta Pappas, one of the co-founders of GoKart. So proud of the team to get this award. Ever since day one, our mission has been to solve for those frustration moments in digital checkout. So to win this particular focus area makes me really proud of the team and what we've done to date. If you haven't stopped by our booth or saw Nick present earlier on what consumers hate about checkout, GoKart is a universal wallet and a one-click checkout experience that we designed to not only work in retail, but also address friction in checkout in other industries. We don't all just shop online like I do, but we pay for food, we pay for healthcare, we pay for personal services, and all of those industries also experience friction when it comes to that digital payments experience right at the end. We designed GoKart to work across browsers, across operating systems, and integrate into different types of checkout technology stacks for merchants so that it can truly be a universal experience for people like you and me to pay simply everywhere. One of the first experiences that we really focused on solving is the issue in guest checkout, which is still upwards of 75% cart abandonment rates for merchants today. And how we do this is we actually developed a buttonless one-click checkout where typically you'd get on a guest checkout page, enter into a long form, and of course encounter a ton of the moments of friction that we saw on the ad. What GoKart does is automatically, which I like to say, recognize you in your email before you go embark on that long journey to finish your payment. Ushers our GoKart users into their digital wallet, and it's a one-click pay. Here's where we see, increased loyalty for consumers, increased conversion rates for merchants, and honestly, what's great about this is consumers want that. They have high expectations, and we want checkout to match the quality of service or good that they're actually paying for. So that's the first major thing that we solve for today, our buttonless guest checkout flow. And then we kind of also moved into helping merchants grow their sales volume in different channels, different digital channels. Retailers are really focused on things like personal shopping these days. Restaurants take a lot of phone orders due to the pandemic, and healthcare and personal services often are paper-based, check-based processes, all this super manual, typically out of PCI compliance. So we built payment links to extend that one-click checkout into other channels to help merchants grow sales in different ways and give that one-click checkout for consumers everywhere. So pay via chat, pay via text, pay via email, pay via QR code are all things that our merchants can kind of pick and choose what use cases work best for them. We are live today with a couple retailers a couple enterprise clients, as well as over 4,000 mid-market to SMB size clients. And we'd love for you to check us out. These are some brands that are available in Atlanta because not all of us shop, but I know you guys all eat. And so if you want to order sub or pizza today, you can go ahead and check out our wallet there. Thank you. Our team.
Okay, thank you very much. And we'll go on to our next category. And in the category of category of product design. And in this category, our winner today for this year is PayQuicker. Accepting the award and representing PayQuicker is Charles Rosenblatt. President, come on up. So.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let me, whoops.
Let me just
I was
put that
going
up there
to
so it
read
doesn't
this
get
little
lost.
description. So, PayQuicker is an innovative global financial technology company that has been providing its corporate and consumer clients with a robust payout and treasuries platform since 2007. Our time-tested award-winning technology delivers global payouts across industries faster and with more flexibility.
Thank you. And thanks to all of you. So it's so fascinating that, we were talking about pay in a second ago. Now we're talking about pay out, right? And so For every person that buys something, they need to get paid at some point in time. And that's what PayQuicker does by name, literally pays people in a quicker way, mostly in the gig economy. I'm going to try to figure out how to get this thing to go forward. Oh.
The big green one?
Yeah. Okay. Slowly but surely. And we talk about democratizing global payouts. So what PayQuicker does and what PayQuicker has been doing for 15 years is essentially paying people around the globe, over 200 countries, over 40 currencies, making sure that people can get the money that they've earned, especially in the gig economy. As we talk to folks, we're going to turn the page eventually. As we talk to folks, especially with millennials and Gen Z, they actually care more about flexibility as a whole and how they get paid, more so than what they get paid. Now, I don't know, maybe I'm older. I care what I get paid, but everyone has their own way of doing it. And what we do is we work with marketplaces, clinical trials, gaming companies, insurance companies, 1099 companies, to make sure they get paid and allow them to get paid everywhere in the globe. So using Uber as an example, because it's always the easiest that everyone knows about, we would be the people who paid Uber all around the globe. Part of that is actually for our clients, we create the digital wallet and the digital experience that we spoke about. In other places, we're just sort of the intel inside, so to speak. And I think that's where there's sort of this wallet idea that has been changing so much over the course of time. I don't need my name out there. In fact, I don't care if the person who gets paid doesn't know who the heck I am, right? I can be anonymous. What I care about is people getting paid on time, the way they want, how they want, and in the currency that they want overall. We have over 300 clients. We've been doing this for over 15 years. I haven't clearly been changing slides for over 15 years on the other hand. You know, there are all these challenges, and I don't know how many of y'all see it on a day-to-day basis, but people essentially need instant payments. They need constant communication. Every payee wants to get paid the same, right? When you use a Paychex or an ADP or someone along those lines, everyone gets paid in the same way. Today, every country is different. And that makes the people and the employees or the 1099 workers in each country feel differently. Providing that consistent, compliant system through a simple API helps solve that overall. So part of the global wallet that we put in with our application and won the award for, I guess, and thank you very much to IT and Neverica for that, really is opening up payee checking accounts across the globe. So what we do is you're paying someone, we open up a checking account for them, we create a LinkedIn branded card, we have a mobile experience, a card experience. We actually co-brand this in your logo. So for instance, Tupperware is a client of ours. I use that as a name that most people know. The Tupperware card has all that little Tupperware on it. So when the people are out selling Tupperware, walking around, they actually see the card, they see the logo, and they have that omni-channel experience between their app, between their payment device, between the portal they go check things out. There's a technology behind that, and that's really where we're moving overall. So what's interesting is the global wallet in the front to it is this. What's behind it is, I think, what's really fascinating, and we're looking to partner with other folks going forward on, which is what we've named Payouts OS. And as Stuart and I were talking about before, everything's as a service these days. We've now created payouts as a service, right? So banking as a service, KYC as a service, et cetera. And what we have is actually a connection with over 30 global providers of FX, local payments, foreign payments, all through a single API. What you get with that single API is lowest cost routing, single security, one connection, and you do it for everyone at your company across the globe. And we're excited. We're actually launching this product in 2 weeks publicly at Finovate, so this is a bit of a sneak preview, so to speak. But that smart engine routing with the turnkey solution allows anyone in any industry to be able to pay out to their folks, whether they're merchants who are selling things. So after you've gone through the GoKart experience and you've bought something, that merchant then needs to pay out folks, especially if they're a marketplace, especially if they're an eBay or an Amazon, they need to pay someone out. eBay or Amazon would use this technology behind the scenes to be able to pay those merchants globally overall. So we're excited about where we're headed. If there's anyone who's interested in chatting, would love to have the conversation. Really appreciate the award, Stuart, and excited for everything going forward. So appreciate it. And I don't have to touch this anymore, so I'm going to hand that to you.
Excellent. It's good for all of us. Okay. Moving right along. So, as you can see, our next category is in terms of a value-added product. And the winner is Netcetera. Accepting the award, representing Netcetera, is Chris Omlo, Head of Business Development and Partnerships.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Stuart.
Okay, let me,
Yep.
if you want to step over here. So, Netcetera is a global software company with cutting-edge IT products and individual digital solutions in the areas of secure digital payments, financial technologies, media, transportation, healthcare, and insurance. Thousands of European and worldwide famous banks, issuers, and merchants rely on the digital payment solutions and globally certified 3D secure products of Netcetera.
Chris, thank you very much. All right. Well, first of all, thank you for the award. For us, it's, I think, a particular honor to be awarded here in Atlanta. Being a Swiss company, not really having any US presence yet. This is on the roadmap for the end of this year, in fact. So I think we are now, it should actually come at the end, that slide, with the video. So can you maybe go back to the first slide? Yes, there we go. So as I mentioned, we are a Swiss software company. We were founded about 25 years ago in Zurich in Switzerland. We still have the majority of our development resources in Switzerland with a nearshore developing hub, in Macedonia. We do have international presence pretty much all over the globe except the Americas, which is why we're doing this stunt here in the US now. We really consider ourselves as experts in financial technology. We also pride ourselves with developing solutions on Swiss standards. So anything that we do, will be top-notch quality. In terms of the product portfolio that we provide, we try to cover the entire financial payments ecosystem, basically. So we do provide solutions on the one hand side to merchants, sometimes very big enterprise merchants. On the other side, it's payment service providers, it's process, it's it's payment gateways. Sorry, I need to move away a little bit from the microphone. We provide services to issuing banks as well, and then of course, the entire acquiring side of the business, as well as directly to the network. So we have a very close relationship with basically all EMV card networks that we work with on a very regular basis. One of the products that we work with them very closely is EMV3DS. I know this solution here in the US is still in its beginnings, let's say. I know we talked a lot about authentication today and fraud prevention. In my personal opinion, and being European, of course, I believe that 3DS will solve a big part of that problem, or could solve a big part of the problem. So to me, it's still surprising how banks here in the region, not only in the US, but also in Latin America, are willing to accept sometimes massive fraud and chargeback rates and not really adapt some of the new solutions that are existing out there. All of that, especially the 3DS technology, is based on a very sophisticated risk-based authentication engine that we work with a company from Germany. Other solutions that we provide is the mobile wallet platform and mobile banking platform that I will come to in just a second. We support various authentication methods. Just before we spoke a little bit about OTP passwords via SMS, via email, about biometric authentication, about FIDO. So all of that is supported in one or the other products that we have in our portfolio. Tokenization is a very big topic for us right now, not only on the mobile payment side, but also on the e-commerce side. So the scheme networks, or the card networks, they have rolled out scheme tokenization solutions that we are just rolling out to some of our customers. So this will, in the future, again, facilitate some part of the checkout process for the customer. We work a lot with, not only on ourselves, but also with partner companies, with customers, trying to help them accepting other types of authentication, of digital identity. We provide them with a solution for delegated authentication, or at least with the schemes that allow us to do so, because not all the international card schemes do allow that. But yeah, so we really try to be kind of a very overall solution provider to the ecosystem. Now coming to our mobile wallet and banking portfolio, so I think the main point about this slide is really that we have a very modular setup. So it's not really a one-stop shop that you kind of get a packaged solution, but we really do some consulting work together with the customers. We see where there is a lack of solution in the legacy system of the customer, and then we can provide very modular solution setup that is very personalized for each customer. So that goes from loyalty integration that includes authentication methods, that includes 3DS, it includes transaction search, it includes reporting, it includes click-to-pay support, which I will also come to in just a second, and a lot more. I'm happy to speak about that after the presentation. So the mobile banking platform is really a full-fledged mobile banking solution. It's, of course, completely white label and is always personalized to the bank that we provide it to. Currently, that's about 60 banks, most of them in Central Europe, some of them in the Middle East, and I believe one in South Africa, or in the southern part of Africa. Here, you know, again, it is a very personalized solution that we always provide for all of our customers. The next part would be the card wallet platform, and you know, I know that card wallets and e-wallets and mobile wallets, you know, the term is not really very specific, unfortunately. So it always takes a little bit of time to understand, as well as our customers, you know, what they are actually looking for. So in terms of the card wallet, we can provide support for issuing banks to integrate into the tokenization services of the big card schemes. In this case, it would be Visa, MasterCard, and Amex. We also provide them with support in kind of activating Google Pay, Apple Pay. We have as well a white label cloud payment solution, so that, let's say, I don't know, I'm taking an example. If Citibank wants to have a Citibank branded mobile contactless payment solution, we can provide that to Citibank as well. Well, in that case, only for Android, because as we all know, Apple doesn't really allow access to the NFC antenna. But you know, I think the general notion that I'm trying to transmit here is that you know, we do all of that very personalized to the customer's requests, and again, can include all of the modules that you've seen before in the slide in any of these solutions. So, and that's already my last slide, because I know that we're a little bit over time as well, so I tried to keep it short. Click-to-pay push provisioning. Push provisioning, Click-to-Pay is a solution that is being pushed right now by MasterCard and Visa quite extensively. I don't know so much about the situation of it here in the US, but in Europe this is becoming a very big topic, and we already have a couple of acquiring customers that are trying to implement that in their checkout process, because it will ultimately facilitate the checkout process for the cardholder. It will not be necessary for the cardholder anymore to put in their card data, to put in their address. This can also, all of this can be retrieved from basically the scheme services, or from the services that the schemes provide. So what we do now, or what we have implemented as a feature in our mobile wallet, is a push provisioning solution for Click-to-Pay. That means that the customer can actually, out of his mobile banking app, connect directly to the tokenization services of the schemes without having to include or to type in manually any additional data. I think we've prepared a short video that, if we can play that now, will explain the solution. It's unfortunately not as fun as the GoKart video, but that's something we can work on.
Click-to-Pay e-banking app. Users can enroll in Click-to-Pay by using the issuer website or mobile banking app. The issuer has to integrate with the corresponding secure remote commerce systems from the supporting payment network schemes. Alternatively, they can use the Netcetera product that offers integration with all supporting payment network schemes through a unified communication API. Our Netcetera wallet product integrates with the issuing Click-to-Pay component and offers the Click-to-Pay features. When clicked, the component displays the cards that are eligible for Click-to-Pay. The secure remote commerce system of the payment schemes supports Click-to-Pay by issuing a token that can later be used for purchases on the merchant side. While initiating the push provisioning, the issuer has the opportunity to send the customer related details for creating the CTP profile to the payment network scheme. The payment network scheme presents what was previously shared, which is the billing address, the card that should be tokenized, and the user identification, the email address of the user. Then it asks for acknowledgement or modification of the data. Everything can be modified by the banking user. After a few clicks, new SRC profile is created on the SRC system of the payment network. It is identified by the shared information. The same process goes for the other card. The user can modify the data before continuing or to go forward. In this case, another profile is created on the SRC system of the second payment network scheme, identified by the same user ID. Now, there are two SRC profiles or two click-to-pay profiles, one in each of the previously seen payment network schemes, together with the card details and the associated addresses. After this, the e-banking user has an SRC profile and is ready to use the profile on a merchant site.
Yeah, so I hope that video explained a little bit what the click-to-pay and what the push provisioning solution is about. Click-to-pay really, the ultimate focus is to increase conversion, to kind of facilitate and make the checkout process easier for the customer. And at the same time, there's all the other benefits that you have from a tokenized payments with increased security, with fewer card abandonments. There's no false declines in the end, and ultimately that should result on higher revenues for the acquiring side or for the merchants. Again, thank you very much, and yeah, have a good rest of the day. Thanks, Stuart.
Congratulations. Okay. So, our final award, thank you, for this afternoon. I appreciate you guys sticking it out with us. For market adoption, the winner is Branch. Accepting the award and representing for Branch will be Atif Siddiqui, founder and CFO. Branch is a leading workforce payments platform that partners with businesses to accelerate payments and empowering working Americans. Businesses turn to Branch for a more effective, more cost-effective, faster way to pay workers and to reduce the cost of paper checks and pay cards.
There we go. Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you. Great, thanks, Stuart. So I think we got a video here, just a little overview on Branch. I'll dive into why I founded the company in 2015. Really, it was a simple idea. It was, how do we help working Americans grow financially? And one way we figured to do that, to help Americans, is to improve their cash flow. A lot of what you heard today, getting payments into their hands faster. So, quick video of the product. Great. So why is cash flow such a big problem for today's working Americans? Well, the users that we focus on really low to moderate income, and you can see that, wide range of personas. It's the retail worker who's really just accepted an overdraft fee as a normal part of everyday life because they use it as like a cash cushion every month. It's a delivery driver, whose tips now are getting pushed to their paycheck because there's no cash at the end of the day at the till to tip them out. It's the 16-year-old who starts working at McDonald's, right, and gets a paper check because she doesn't have a bank account and has to go to Walmart or Kroger, spend $15 to $20 just to access their money. And then finally, it's independent contractor. I mentioned earlier this conference, Uber Freight, right? It's a contractor like a truck driver who's now a single owner operator, wants to be their own business, and depends on working capital to grow their business. And right now, the needs of working Americans' cash flow aren't really being met by the companies they work for because companies are worried about their own cash flow, one. Two, they're kind of constrained by clunky sort of legacy systems. It's really hard to make that change. And finally, you'd be surprised, but certain industries like quick service restaurants still rely on paper checks. Half their workforce gets paper checks to access their pay. But at Branch, what we've done is partner with those companies to provide a suite of services where we can accelerate worker payments. So we started off our journey by accelerating W-2 employees' payments with earned wage access, where workers can now access up to 50% of their earned wages ahead of their pay cycle. So again, if something unexpected comes up, they have a cash cushion of money that they've already earned that we get into their hands faster. The second was product we came up with was this idea of pushing tips digitally, right? During the pandemic, we were working with a lot of pizza franchisees, and they're like, we don't have cash at the end of the day to tip out our employees. So our managers are running to ATMs. We're having to store cash on site. It's a big mess. And so we used our wallet as a way to push funds to these workers anytime, day, night, weekends. It's our own rails, right? We're not dependent on the bank rails to make that happen. It's the pay card replacement. One of the things we found too, going back to that example of the 16-year-old McDonald's worker, is that oftentimes if they didn't have a bank account, they would get a pay card, often laden with fees for just normal banking features that we take for granted that are free. And so we wanted to provide a fee-free alternative to a pay card, where day one, employee starts, they can be banked on an FDIC-insured checking account with branch. And then finally, independent contractor payments. Recently we announced our work with Uber drivers. So Uber, 1 million drivers now will have the ability, if they so choose, to get paid right after every single ride. And we think this idea of streaming pay, if you will, you finish a unit of work, you get paid, will be something that we'll hopefully see more in the future. And the one thing I'm proud about, at Branch, that we've done is we've been able to create these products and services in an equitable way for the worker. So this is completely free to the worker. It's completely free to the companies they work for. Where we make money is if the worker finds value in our banking services we provide, goes out and swipes our debit card, we make it from the merchant. And so that we fundamentally believe, you shouldn't have to pay to access your own wages and to grow financially. From there, we've obviously layered on a suite of financial services, and we're really excited. What started as something for retail workers, for restaurant workers, is now expanded into logistics, last mile delivery, and healthcare, and we're really excited for the future. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Okay, that concludes our awards ceremony. We want to appreciate, again, everyone for staying with us. And I think the theme was solving issues through technology. Okay, we're not going to have a Q&A, but I believe representatives from all 4 winners will be here in case you want to exchange thoughts and ideas.